Hi, my name is Loretta or Trinity6 and welcome to my channel, The Limitless Infinite, a space for you to align your mind to higher vibrations and higher frequencies. This video today, hopefully I can make it super quick. This video today, I wanted to talk about your now moment. Like if you've ever heard anybody say Serenity Now, this is what this video is about. So let me just explain really quickly. The now moment actually, the now moment is something that I had thought about a while ago and haven't made a video, but I'm going to explain it and then I'm going to tell you some other information that might be really cool. But anyway, the now moment is, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. The now moment is basically the moment of time that exists all around you in your field of energy. So for me personally, when I think of the now moment, I think of the easiest way to describe it is like this 1 second bubble of time that exists around you. So it's almost like a half second this way and a half second behind you and a half second this way and a half second this way. And you exist within this just 1 second of time. And within this second of time that exists around you, this bubble of time, which the reason I call it now moment is because that is your present moment. When people are talking about living in the present, it's really challenging and people often have a really difficult time with it because we're always thinking about the future and planning and what we're going to do tomorrow and what we're going to eat later and hey, I'm walking and I need to step there and step there and step there, and you're constantly projecting your thoughts and your energy into the future. And this even happens sometimes like with your emotions when you're thinking about something that might happen later or that is going to happen later. You literally are projecting your emotion null state from the future into your present moment now because you're actually thinking about the future and not actually about the present. So anyway, this now moment bubble, as we will call it, I like to call it the now moment, but you can say the present moment. I just want to bring this because it's an important tool if you can start to think about and visualize your present moment as just this bubble. It's a much easier way of thinking about living in the present. And so within this 1 second bubble of time that exists around you, it's kind of like this. The most amazing thing about this now moment bubble is that all you have to do is maintain the energy and vibration you want to be in, or the energy and vibration of your well-being within this 1 second of now moment, present moment bubble. And the reason I say that is because this 1 second of time that exists around you, this, like if this is time, if this is a timeline, your now second, I'm trying to think of which way makes more sense. Your now second bubble, you here, this is like us right here, it's 3:39 on my time, and as the time ticks forward, me, as I'm sitting here, my now moment is just proceeding through what we consider to be time. And time is, you know, here on this planet, we think of time as something as linear, but we all know the existence of our position within the solar system, within the galaxy, within the universe, within the cosmos is actually a lot more complicated than that. I think people have actually made videos that were like spiraling around in space, and that's what it is. It's like probably a giant vortex or something like that. But anyway, your position, the way that it is this now moment is just proceeding through time like this. And so you're not like stepping, I don't know the best way to describe it is. So you're always thinking that you're like, the clock is always ticking, and so you're just like following the clock. I don't know if that's like the right way to say it, but basically this one, your present moment, because, okay, this is the best way to say it. If you think about being present is just being present in your present, being aware within your present situation. And your present situation is really a point in time-space because it has to do with where you physically are, where your consciousness is being aware of your physical body and what's happening in your physical experience. Now, being in the present moment when I say now moment or my moment, the best way might be like my now moment, because my is a point of reference, or and that is directive of understanding that my present moment is here, where my physical body is, where my consciousness is, that is directing my physical life. Your now moment, even if you're right next to me, we might be in a similar place, but it's actually a little bit different because it has to do with your consciousness and the physical location of it in your now moment experience. So being in the present moment, this 1 second of time that exists around us in this field of energy, that present moment is called the now. Because when you're aware and being really present, you're only really being aware of like what's right here, you know? Like even if I look over there, it's like the present, but that's also like, that's maybe not the best example. I was gonna say like sometimes you're thinking about, like you can be like if you were out on the street and you were walking and then all of a sudden you looked across the street and you saw a guy who was about to trip, all of a sudden you're really like, even though it's happening presently, you're out of the present moment, your present moment for a second, because you're actually seeing something and you see this guy and he thinks he's about to trip, and all of a sudden your thought in your head is, whoa, that guy's gonna trip or is about to trip. And then for however long that thought form lasts, you actually just projected within your physical body, within the now moment, in your now moment bubble, a future event. So you weren't actually in your present. So that might be a little bit confusing, but if you understand it, great, because we can continue with the video. But I'm saying this is really important because in this now moment, if you just understand that this present moment that you are in, the now, is what will proceed through time and space, because this now moment exists all around your physical being and where your consciousness is, and your consciousness is what is what is directing your physical life and your manifestations and your reality, that you only have to maintain your energy and vibration within this 1 second. Which is kind of amazing because I think most people are always kind of projecting out into the future, and it makes it so that you're not as focused and your attention isn't as much on just maintaining the energy and vibration of you within this 1 second. Because if you realize that this 1 second bubble exists and that's your energy field, and so if you maintain within your field of energy exactly the frequency and vibration that you want to experience, that is your well-being, then as that now moment proceeds through the day, walks outside, talks to people, gets in the car, drives, goes to work, comes back home, that 1 second, if you keep maintaining that frequency and vibration that you want within your now moment, that everything else will kind of just form around that throughout your day. Other people are going to have, your energy is gonna engage with other people and interact with other people throughout your day, but it's just about maintaining that. And that's really important because we don't ideally want to control other people's frequency and vibration. That's not our job. Our job is to maintain our state of health and well-being. And it is nice to know that if you're at home with your children and you have in that moment, in your now moment, you want to maintain super high vibe and high frequency, lots of love because you love your kids. And to know that that energy and vibration within your field, within that now moment, when you're really close, physically close with your children, then you're sharing that field of energy, that frequency and vibration with them, and it can help them maintain that same energy and frequency. And anytime you let any kind of discordant frequency or vibration, like I've said in my previous videos, if you've watched them, you are a being that is sensing, a sense of self. Your self senses frequencies and vibrations. When it really engages with one, it becomes aware and it reaches out. That's when you say to yourself, I'm feeling this frequency and vibration. So you're a being of feeling. You feel these frequencies and vibrations, and then you choose in your experience whether or not you want to sustain that connection. So you basically etherically reached out, you're feeling this frequency and vibration, and then you make the choice to sustain the connection. If you do that, then basically what's happening is then you are resonating. When you resonate with a frequency and vibration, that becomes the state of being when you say, I'm feeling happy to I am happy. And so that's what's really about within that 1 second bubble. You're going to get all different kinds of frequencies coming into your field. You sense them within this now moment. You feel them within this now moment. And then you can decide which ones, okay, I feel that, but I don't want to sustain that connection, so I'm not going to resonate with that. And you realize you let that go, and then you maintain within that now moment, like what you've heard before. I think it was like Serendipity with John Cusack or something, and they were saying like, Serenity Now, because it's really about maintaining serenity within this now moment. Serenity is really about just that state of peace, that state of well-being. And really to maintain that, you have to understand that serenity now is just about this 1 second of time, this now moment bubble, this present moment, your present moment that you exist in all the time, which really has to do with your energy field. You know, and that energy field also has to do with being magnetic. And if you want, check out some other videos on that. I'll link them down below to some other YouTubers that have made some really good info on that stuff. But I've also just want to give a shout out to, because Phil Good, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's makes some other videos, and I've watched him for a long time. And he actually started this, I don't want to call it that, but he basically started making videos, and he talks about being a dot, be a dot. And I haven't listened to all of his videos, but actually it was funny when he said that, because I was like, wow, that really is actually what I am always thinking about, like your now moment. And be a dot is really kind of the same idea, that you're this dot and everybody else is this dot. And so I like to give him a shout out, because in his information, when he's talking about being a dot, that's really about being your now moment and being in the present. And so when people say be in the present, it's not just a state of, you know, engaging, but it's just a state of awareness. And your awareness is what allows you to sense the different things, to feel the different frequencies and vibrations, and then to decide within the act of creating with the I am what state you want to be in. And that present moment is really about what state of being gives you serenity now. And understanding that you don't have to really project your frequency and vibration any further than this present moment. And I just thought that that was really important, because sometimes it's really hard to think of maintaining this state of health and the state of wellness, and because you're thinking about all these other people and work and other situations, and it's like, nah. You just need to maintain this little small energy field around you. And when you can just sustain that, everything else kind of just falls away. Or like what we might have said if you've watched my video or other videos about being magnetic, when your present moment, your now moment is in a really good state of well-being, and you're really resonating the energy and the frequencies that make you in a state of well-being, you magnetize in a way that will repel things that do not resonate, or you'll be able to repel the things that you don't want to engage with, because you're going to have a healthy magnetization, because you're maintaining the frequency and vibration that you want in just this field of energy. And when you place yourself outside of that, that becomes a situation of sometimes of trying to use control of other things to basically, you know, you're trying to control other people, other situations, other happenings in order to then get the vibration and frequency that you want. And that is, you don't get, your magnetization is not as, I shouldn't say it's not there at all, but like you're not as magnetized when you're trying to use energy outside of yourself in order to do that. You make the healthy, you have to be empowered to resonate that energy yourself, and you have to understand how to use your sense of self, how to use understanding frequency and vibration through feelings, and then how to understand making the choice to resonate with what you want and what you don't. Because if you understand that process, then you can understand how to maintain that present moment without using external sources. And I say external sources as in, if you know something makes you feel good, of course you can make the choice to have that be part of your experience and help you raise your vibration, and you can sustain it. But I mean external sources in like trying to control other things or other people as a way of sustaining that state of being. There's probably going to be more information in another video that I post that's about negative entities and negative polarization, so you can check that out if you want to know. Anyway, I thought this video would be super quick, and it's already 15 minutes and 25 seconds. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Hopefully this information about this now bubble has helped you to understand that you only need to have serenity now, and the now is all about your present moment, and that present moment is your my now moment. And just maintain your frequency and vibration within that one field of energy. And that literally is just going to keep proceeding through time and space as we know it here on this planet. And when you maintain that, then you'll be able to sustain your state of well-being. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.